Hello, happy Thursday. Yes, there we are. Right, got everything, I think. How's everyone doing? I'm excited today. This is going to be good. I'm excited and really nervous as well because it's been absolutely horrific going through so many great designs and having to pick only three. Like, my goodness. It's it's been tough, but I've got three finalists, so we're going to go through them today. And oh, look at me getting ahead of myself. How's everyone doing anyway? I'm sure it'll be about 2 seconds before we start talking about food, unless that's already happened. Brianne says, "Where's Dan?" I'm here, I think. You never change this music. I know. It's so catchy, isn't it? Have a little jig. Love it. Dance off. Yeah. Oh, right. I need some music of my own. Got my sparkling water, but we need some tunes. I'm feeling a bit of dubstep today, weirdly enough. Oh, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Right. Okay. So, first of all, I'm just about to... Well, I'll announce my three top picks first, and then I'll post this in the community. What I'm going to do is I'm going to post visuals of the three finalists for the competition, and then I'm going to link three PDFs as well. I would definitely recommend checking the PDFs, because the JPEG of the logo is one thing, but there's other bits and pieces that make up the design, like mock-ups and things, definitely worth checking out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a poll in a second as well, and that's where you'll vote. And the voting is going to run for 24 hours, so 3 o'clock tomorrow to just under 24 hours. And we'll have a winner. Have a winner for the competition. Hey, James, good to see you, man. How you doing? See, without you, I completely forgot to promote the course right up until the end. I think it was the last stream. Just found myself thinking, I wish James was here. James would remind me to. No, we're not going to do that today, Sir Lowington. Me and Poppy were talking about when to do the two together. I think we'll probably do like a little private screening for anyone who wants to see me and Poppy 10 years ago acting like a couple of lemons. But yeah, we'll probably... We were thinking maybe of doing it this weekend, because it's probably the kind of thing we could do from home. Like, I've got a microphone at home, and we could just kind of set up on the dining room table or something. Oh, YouTube's giving me an error. Is the stream still going? I hope so. Please don't fail me, YouTube. Am I still here? Okay, I think we're still here. YouTube's just having a funny. So yeah, it's something that me and Poppy could just do from home, and we'll have a little giggle at some highly embarrassing old videos. Yeah, maybe the weekend would be the best time. We could do that in an evening or something. So nice, Badava. You're going to help me with the course promo. We'll do a quick one. Here's my Illustrator masterclass before we kick off. If you want to learn pretty much everything I know about Illustrator, 17 years packed into 17 hours with support from me, boosh, there is a link to check out the course. And if you'd like a cheeky bit off as well, sign up to I can't say this. Sign up to my mailing list. Can never say that, and you'll get a code for 15% off as well. Yeah, okay, maybe the weekend then. That will be fun. That will be fun. Right. What am I doing? Come on, Dan. Engage your brain. Okay, right. So, yeah. So I'm going to post the three finalists here in the community in a minute. I've just got to figure out how to attach these files as well. And this is the first time doing a competition this way, actually. We've not done it like with a community or anything before. So if you got any feedback on this entire process, better ways to present things or run competitions or just anything, please do let me know. This is competition V1. So, okay. Right. So there's the post, and then I'll open up the poll as well. Yeah, so you'll see in the community there's a, by the way, if you've got no idea what I'm talking about, we did a design competition. There's a link in the stream description. You can sign up to the community for free right now. And we've got 3 finalists. We've got 24 hours to vote on a winner. And that's what we're going to kick off in a second. You'll see that if you've been in the community, there's a new tab on the left that says vote here with a bright orange thing. That's where it's going to be. So, yeah, let's... Okay, let's do it. Oh, I'm nervous. Okay, right, let's... I'll open up the full PDFs, actually, and I'll go through these. I'm gonna not react or comment or anything on these. I want to wait until we have a winner, and then we'll do one big design review thing where we go through as many of the different entries as possible, because there's so many and I got so many things to say. But we're going to take a look at the finalists. So, okay, finalist number 1 is Rian. No, Rian. Ha! Sorry, I did it again. Rian is our first finalist. Yay! Oh, yeah, right. Don't react, Dan. Don't try and give anything away. I kind of want to leave my opinions until afterwards. Oh, hang on. You can't even see what I'm looking at. There we go. Sorry. Goodness me. There we go. Oh, the ginger's waking up. We're getting there. Yeah. Okay. My default instinct is to start talking now, so I'm just going to try not to say too much. We'll save all the opinions for a marathon stream next week, because I've got no idea how long it's going to take to go through all the entries, so I might have to get some dinner and some drinks in and maybe some wine and do like a long one. But we're just going to go through this. So you can see there's a tagline, go further, fear less. And we have, it's clearly an outdoors kind of brand. We've got a mock-up, which is always nice to see. It kind of helps sell that concept a bit more. We've got the logo with a landscape, outdoorsy, adventure style background. We've got a hat mock-up, which has got an interesting treatment for the logo. I'm really trying not to give my opinions and comment on things. Just keep it zipped down, save it till next week. Okay, variations on the logo. So a few different treatments, color, different ways of kind of stacking and configuring it. And then we've got the single color reversed out. So you can see it's going to work in black or white. And then we've got colors. So there's clearly a very distinctive color palette for the brand. And we've got the hot and cold element in there as well. And then we've got the breakdown for the logo. So there's different symbols that represent fire, ice, and tent. Rian's gone for a minimal kind of style. And if you look at these different symbols that kind of relate to the whole idea of the outdoorsy brand, and we've got the fire and the ice element, you can kind of see where it all culminates together. And the representation here as well is this is intended to be like a campfire. So you've got the fire, you've got the tent, you've got the ice, and the whole thing culminates together as a campfire for that logo mark. No, Alex, no, we won't do the reviewing of the entries today. My goodness, that'll take a long time. But once we have a winner, definitely. I think it'll be next week for sure. Gingers are rare, yeah. We're like unicorns, but over. I think it's gone down well, Rian. I think it's very popular. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree, Raquel. Without going into too much, yeah. Smart, clever integration of the different elements into a simplified mark. So Larrington says, love the strap too. Yeah, what was it? Go further, fear less. Fear. Ha! Nice. I'm getting it. Go further, fear less. Go further, fearless. Again, clever. Oh yeah. Rianne created this within 24 hours, I think. Was this right before the deadline as well? I can't remember. Like, I know you smashed it out. And I think with a lot of these entries actually as well, like some entries came in so fast as well, just after announcing the competition, and it wasn't just the logo, it was like the full kind of mock-up with all these different mugs and t-shirts and all this stuff. And it's like, oh my goodness, you've not just gone and designed the logo, but you've come up with a full concept for a brand idea that you kind of came up with. That's why it's been so difficult to pick a winner, because there's so many amazing entries and different ideas for what on earth Thicker could be. Cool, right. Okay. Well done, Rianne. Very good. Now it's time for number 2. So, finalist number 2 is Moosh. Well done, Moosh. So this is like a big one-page PDF. And we've got the word Thicker, which is looking very extravagant. And this is some spicy gelato. I think, is gelato the same as ice cream? I swear it's like the Italian word for ice cream, but is it the same as ice cream? I've never heard of spicy ice cream, so maybe it's a thing, I don't know, but it's different. It's original, at least to me. So, yeah, spicy ice cream. Why not? Why not? And so you've got the kind of the logo type. And we've got this nice little illustration here, kind of dripping. And you can see the fire and the ice drip element kind of incorporated into the ice cream. And we've got the text kind of sits in there as well. And then this bit at the bottom, we've got some colors, which is an interesting and I'd say very distinct and slightly is a different color palette than what. Yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting color combination. In fact, thinking about it, I'm not entirely sure what I would be expecting from an ice cream brand. I mean, this one makes sense being the color of the cone, but it's definitely got like a no pun intended, a distinctive flavor. And you've got the kind of the blue, the icy element. You've got the red in there as well. And I like this illustration. You can see kind of where the ice cream shape and the drip came from, modeled on an actual ice cream cone. Got a pattern in the background, a mock-up. And again, if I go below, you can see you've got the kind of the pattern here. This is what I was alluding to the other day when we looked at the Lisa Ivy design and a possible pattern. So we've got the chilies and peppers and things in there. We've got some ice cream mock-ups. And again, kind of with these mock-ups leaning into the, fire and ice, hot and cold with that divide. Same on the tub as well. Yeah, I get that. Spicy gelato. Spice cream. Nice. Jalapeno, mint, and some other weird things. Hey, why not? Why not indeed? Yeah, and the pattern, yeah. Cool. So if I just zoom out, you can see the whole thing. And of course, we've got the signature logo at the bottom. So that is the full thing in a kind of one-page presentation. So that's number 2. Well done, Moosh. Now we've got number 3. And this is our third and final finalist. Oh, this has been so hard. I got my shortlist down to about 6 or 7, and even that was tough. And then it was like, I've got to pick only 3. No. Okay. Right. Number 3, and this is by Dilshan, also known as Max Art in the chat. So if you see Max Art, that is Dilshan. And we have Thicker, Elements Powering Tomorrow. And I'll scroll through this and you can kind of see what it is. We've got a clear distinction between the fire and the ice. If I zoom in a bit here, you can see that the fire has... Whoa! Oh, I can't navigate around PDFs. I'm terrible at this. Yeah, you can see the fire. We've got a few more curves. The ice, we've got some very angular kind of glacier style things. And it's all got this kind of polygon pattern style design. And you've got the kind of swoosh separating the two halves. So they kind of feel like a hot-cold kind of mirror image. And yeah, clean type, elements powering tomorrow is the tagline. And if we go through the PDF, we've got who is Thicker. So Thicker is a revolutionary renewable energy company that transformed the melting icebergs of our planet into a powerful and sustainable energy source. Very creative. It's got a backstory. Symbolizing the innovative transformation of ice into fire. Okay. The iceberg represents the source of our raw energy, while the flame signifies the power and warmth generated from the melted water. Right, okay. So the whole idea is that using melting icebergs to generate power. So you've got the melting ice, which is the fuel at the bottom, and you've got the output, which is the energy, the fire at the top. Yeah, blue represents cool. Orange red symbolizes warmth. Yep. Interesting. Okay, and here's a more sort of simplified version as well. We turn ice into fire. I mean, it does what it says on the tin, really, doesn't it? Tagline's practically written itself. Leader of sustainable energy. And like I said, you know, I mean, you guys know me. These mock-ups always just help me get a clearer picture of what the idea is, what the concept is. Oh, nice. Dilshan's put himself as the CEO. Very good, very good. Got a mug. And we've got a ID tag as well. And you can see the kind of integration of the different elements being used subtly as kind of patterns and little kind of design touches to make things a bit more visually interesting. Stationery set. Yeah, got some clothing. Oh, I have so much I want to say about everything. Yeah. Okay. How are those picks? Hopefully I've made some good choices. I went with my gut instinct and I was like, if I got to pick 3, these are going to be my three picks. So yeah, well done, Rian, Moosh, and Dilshan. Oh, and thank you so much to everyone who entered. Honestly, like I said, so many amazing entries, and we're going to go through them all next week. Oh, Raz says gelato is made with more milk and less cream and usually doesn't contain eggs. Oh, never knew that. Fun fact. Oh. Right. Okay, let's post this into the community. So there we go. I've posted that. We'll pin that to the top. And then we'll do the poll as well. End date is tomorrow. Okay. Moosh. And we got Dilshan. All right, let's put those in there. Oh, I've got to pick an emoji. I've got to pick an emoji for each poll, apparently. Rianne, Moosh, and Dilshan, what emoji would each of you like? Pick an emoji. I don't know. Maybe Moosh. Maybe you should have ice cream. Maybe the emoji should reflect what the what the thing is. Actually, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, well done, Dan. We've got fire, ice cream, and then for Rianne, we got tent. Yeah, there we go. 10. Okay, brilliant. Right, cool. Right. Vote for which logo design you think is the winner. Okay, right, let's post that as well. And I should be able to pin that to the top. Okay, right. Hopefully you should see that now. They're both pinned to the top. So we've got the poll and we've got the entries themselves. So it only shows like a little bit because the polls are kind of side by side, but you can click see more and there's a link to everything. But yeah, do let me know if I've mucked something up or it's gone a bit wrong. All three are worthy. Yeah, I agree. If I had to pick one now myself, it wouldn't be a fun time. I will tell you next week what my pick would be after there's a winner, but it's close. Like, it's hard. Yeah, I think we'll do another. I think it's pretty easy to do competitions. It's quite easy to and quick to spin up a competition doing it through the community. So the next competition can pretty much be as soon as there's a brief and an idea. You know, so if people are ready for another one, hey, we can do another competition. Just out of curiosity, are all three entrants fully fledged working designers? I think probably a mix of experience, but hey, Moosh, Dilshan, and Rianne, if you want to clarify your experience and how long you've been designing. You put my name as Moose. Oh no, for goodness sake. Where have I done that? Oh, goodness. I knew there was going to be something. Okay, now I spelt it right there. Where have I made the spelling oopsie? Where? I don't understand it. You winding me up. Please wind me up. I can't see it. No, I've put Moosh. Where have I? Oh no, I see it. I see it. Quick edit. No one's gonna know. No one else. Oh dear, how embarrassing. Sorry, Moosh. Oh dear me. I thought the emojis made sense, didn't they? No, you can't. You have to pick one. We all have to just pick one, and we have to live with our choice. There is an option actually to enable multiple voting, but then I think it kind of makes sense, you know, one person, one vote, just so it's kind of fair, you know. Okay, Moose, also known as Moose now. I'm a senior graphic designer at an agency. I've been in a professional setting for 8 years, but I've been doing design since 2007 for various things. Rianne says I've been working as an in-house designer for 6 years, but I have never done logo design, more just web banners, social, and posters. Oh, I don't know if I get to vote. I'm going to have a look. Do I get to vote? Let me see. Oh, I think you can. I think you can see. I think you can see who's voted for what. Yeah, you can. Okay, well, I'm not going to vote then. I'm going to keep my vote out of it. Or maybe I'll throw in my vote tomorrow, just before 3 o'clock. I'll throw my vote in right at the end. Huh. I definitely want to have a vote. I definitely want to. Oh, there's a little countdown on the timer as well. So yeah, if you've just joined and you're like, who is this ginger babbling on about whatever? We did a logo design competition. We've got 3 finalists. You've got 24 hours to vote. If you'd like to join the community and vote for your favorite design, there's a link in the stream description where you can do just that. And yeah, Dilshan says, I've been a graphic designer for about 4 years now. Work as a freelancer and graphic designer at my own agency. I started with my mate. Nice. Oh, amazing. Whew. All right. Oh, yeah, so good. I 100% agree. Thank you. You're all great. Absolutely. Originally did photography at uni, mostly self-taught. Oh, and if anyone's got any ideas for another competition, I think there's been a few kind of thrown around on stream, but yeah, why not? Once this one's done, we can dive straight into another one. It's always good fun. It's always good fun. Oh, thank you, Dilshan. Thank you. Yeah, I'm mostly self-taught as well. Just playing around in Photoshop since, what, about 16, 17 years old. And just, obsessively learning. Got my first job straight out of college. And yeah, I was doing the written article tutorials back in the day before YouTube was really a thing. So I do love me some free tutorials, but I would definitely recommend like using a course or some structured training, because like I learned everything the long and the slow way. And yeah, if you have some structured training, you may as well learn from someone who's been there and done it, rather than making the same mistakes that other people have made who have done it years ago. Like, learn from their mistakes instead of repeating them. That's kind of the way I think about it. So that'd be a good segue, actually. So if you'd like to learn from my many years of mistakes and not repeat them yourself, there's my course, blah, blah, blah. I'm starting a master's next month in design. Can't wait. Nice. How long would the master's be? Would that be like a 2-year course, or? And do you have to go to the university for that, or can you do that from home? I've got no idea how it works these days. I got into a new university department, the visual communication design department. Oh, nice, Summer. So you'll be doing kind of design and things on a more regular basis. Oh, I'm going to sit here watching the poll now. This is tense. We are going to do some logo design soon as well. I have another brief, and it's going to be rather exciting. Oh yeah, part-time 2 years you can do online, but I opted for in person. Oh, nice. I tried to find a master's program I liked around here and just never found anything. Yeah, it's interesting that you can do a lot of it online today, even something like a master's. I'd love to know what their curriculum is. I'd love to just to look at the curriculum and see if it's something I could teach. I won't be able to give you a degree, but But I'd be so curious to see how much of their master's curriculum I'd be able to teach. That'd be interesting. Sam says, I'm going to enroll in university. It's going to be very exciting and also a little bit worrying because my drawing skills are not good. Do not worry, Sema. You've seen me draw, haven't you? You've seen my drawing ability. And I'm sure you'll see my drawing ability put to shame when I compete with Poppy in in an upcoming stream. I've not voted yet. After you vote, do you see a breakdown of the votes so far, or is it hidden? No, I think you can see it, Paul. So when you vote, you can see who's voted which way as well. I don't have any options to hide anything, unfortunately. I would keep it maybe a bit more anonymous or something if I could, but no, you don't need to be good at drawing. I think it helps depending on, if you want to be an illustrator, for example, it helps if you're a graphic designer. Having that ability, it's like another set of tools in the tool bag that you can use, so it does help. But I think my strengths have always been like layout, and I've always gravitated towards arranging things, detail, stuff like UI design is where I kind of shine. I like the illustrative stuff, but it's never been like a core part of what I do. When I studied graphic design at uni, it was 1,250 in tuition fees, 9k in the UK. Is a lot, so to weigh up whether the career... Wait, so how does the 1,250 translate to 9k? Was it 9k and then plus the tuition fees? Is a lot, so have to weigh up whether the career payoff is worth it. Oh, cool. Okay, so it's nice and varied. Yeah. Let's not talk about student loans. Yeah, I didn't go to uni. I did my 2 years at college, and fortunately, I kind of worked really hard on that and got offered a job straight from college. So rather than, I didn't want to go to uni and kind of leave like friends and stuff at the time anyway. I didn't want to do the loan thing, and I wanted to get stuck into the industry and get hands-on experience. And I think that, there's pros and cons. There's probably a lot of like theory stuff that I missed out that you'd probably learn at university. But the flip side of it was I kind of got hands-on experience and got stuck into the actually working in the industry. So, pros and cons for both, I think. Sema says, I'm going to enroll in university. It's going to be very exciting and also a little bit worrying because my drawing skills are not good. Oh, I think I read that already. Ha! Hello, Sarah. We got grants when I was in college, no student loans, so glad I get in before going into debt. Nice. Right. I think it's time we do some logo design. Let's get creative. So, we've got a new logo, we've got a new brief. The Ink-Spired Life. And you may have seen this person on the streams because this is someone from the course, Jason. And I'm just going to go through the brief. And I think in this stream, probably start getting some initial ideas together. I've had a read through of this already. I'm quite excited about this one because Jason's got a very cool, interesting illustration drawing style. And I think that it being incorporated into the design is going to be an absolute yes. I've done it again. You can't even see the screen. Boom! There we go. Okay. Goodness me. I need someone to like manage all this stuff. Doing camera work and yabbering on at the same time is too difficult for me. Hi, I really like your videos. They are helpful and informative. Love from Bangladesh. Sanjida. Thank you so much, Sanjida. I appreciate that. Let's design Swiss-style posters in Joseph Muller's Grid Systems book is one of my favorites. Ooh, I have to look that up. Where's my stylus gone? You're around here somewhere, aren't you? Okay, so briefly describe your business and what you do. I create content showing and teaching my passion for architecture, sketching, and urban sketching. And these are questions that I asked Jason in advance, just to get a better understanding of his business, his brand, and kind of what he does. What products and services do you offer? So live stream sketching demonstrations, sketching workshops, original sketches are available for purchase, online courses coming soon, and then kind of creative tips, tricks, and techniques. This is aimed at male and female, age 30 and up, people who are interested in architecture, sketching, travel, and artists. How do you want the brand to be perceived? Fun, energetic, the positive community, and perceived as a mentor. What sets your business apart from competitors? I am a licensed architect, as well as a high school architecture teacher. I combine both in my teaching. Is there a tagline? Sketching the world around you, one line at a time. Very nice. I love this. What adjectives would you use to describe the desired look and feel of the logo? Industrial, whimsical, which is, that's amazing. That's going to be an interesting one. And clean. Whimsical. I like that. Are there any colors you prefer or need to be included in the logo? I will add a photo. I think I've got that there. A signature color I use on my artwork is neon pink, but only in a few places. And this got me quite excited because there's a real kind of chance to kind of have a splash of an accent color in there as well. I think that is the picture that Jason was referencing. Although I can't see the pink in there, unless I've kind of misunderstood that. I'm sure Jason will correct me if I've said anything wrong. Are there any colors you don't want to be included? That's just nothing. So I guess it's open season as far as colors go. Let's pull that up. There we go. Nice. Where will your logo be used? Website, social media. So he's got a YouTube channel, Instagram page, and a Facebook. The usual suspects. I think most businesses and brands have that online presence now. Do you have any specific ideas for your logo? No. Okay, fantastic. Over to me. Please include links to your social media. Okay, so I'll open this up in a minute and you can kind of get a feel for Jason's art style, which is really cool. Any additional comments? So we've got, my sketching style is loose, more than technical and precise. So that's interesting and that's important because when I was reading through this, I was thinking, okay, I could do something very geometric and architectural, but actually Jason's style is a bit more loose than that. You'll see what I mean in a minute. I sketch using pens, ink, watercolor, and color pencils. I love the Brooklyn Bridge, New York City, Statue of Liberty. So kind of bridges, structures, statues. I love the sketches in Leonardo da Vinci's notebooks. And I'll have to look that up and kind of get a sense of what that's like as well. So let's whip up. We got, if I open up Jason's Facebook, we'll go to the top. So I'm guessing this is the current logo. We've got a picture of Jason over there. And you can clearly see Jason's got a very unique style. It's a very cool style as well. Yeah, and even the architecture. There's so much amazing geometry and shapes in architecture. That's why this got me quite excited. That's a cracking photo, by the way. That's an absolutely brilliant photo. Very good. So yeah, I think kind of architecture in itself is gonna really kind of lend itself quite nicely to something interesting. Right, where's a bit more of Jason's art? There you go. There you go. So when I first heard architecture, I didn't have this in my head. Very much kind of more sort of sketchy. Yeah, imperfect lines, splashes of watercolor. This is going to be an interesting one. And I feel like Jason has such a specific and recognizable style. I've got to try and incorporate that in the logo somehow. It's got to. Yeah, we've got the neon pink in there. Nice. I love it. Yeah, so cool. And he's got an Instagram as well. Let's whip that one up. Whoa. Yeah, so there's a black and white one. Yeah, this is gonna be really good fun. And if anyone does want to have a go, then yeah, just the brief was back in the stream. Rewind a little bit and. Oh, thank you, Graphic Dad. I appreciate that. Yeah, great photography as well. And I think actually this is a really good. It's kind of photography would pair quite nicely with what Jason does. I think because you could. I mean, clearly you could see Jason here would sit and perhaps sketch that sitting down there and then. And architecture isn't exactly going to move, is it? So it's good. It kind of stays still as a subject, so you can draw it. But you could also take photos. You could use the photography and work from a photo at home. I love that yellow. Those yellow textures are just beautiful. Yeah, I'm seeing the neon pink as well. I got a few ideas for this already. I thought we'd make a start today and kind of just get some loose ideas down. But this is going to be a fun one. Yeah, really cool. What was it else? Leonardo da Vinci notebooks. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, he definitely has a unique style, and it's distinctive as well. And I think the logo has to reflect that style for sure. Mike says beautiful architecture, architecture. Nice, very good, Mike. Oh wow! Oh my goodness! What? So the tuition hang on, sorry. I'm sorry, hang on. The tuition was £1,200 back then, and now tuition is 9,000 a year for say 3 years. £27,000 for a design degree. Is that for real? That's insane. And I've just decided to add another 9 grand to do a master's. And I was going to say £9. So you've got that. You've got a good price for that, haven't you? Blame inflation. There's a lot of people, I would, James. Politicians would be quite high on that list, but we won't get into that right now. That's crazy. Oh, I wish I could give people a degree. I'll take less than half than that, and I'll teach it in a year. Oh my goodness. Right, Rian, have you got access to like a link that has the curriculum for something like a master's? Just out of curiosity, I'd love to go through it and see what the curriculum is. because this is something I've thought about. Obviously, I can't issue any kind of at present. I can't give people a degree, which is what people might want. Is that, the qualification? But I have often thought, what could I teach someone if I had an entire year with them? Just 1 year. How much could I teach someone? And that thought has often crossed my mind. Oh, right, okay. So yeah, so you have to earn over a certain amount. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much would how much I've heard people pay a lot more in the US, like tens of thousands a year. But I don't really know. That might vary state to state. I mean, if anyone's from the US and they've got an idea of how much a degree is in the US, yeah. I mean, just for a comparison, I think back then it would have been I finished college in 2006. I finished college, and college was I got that for free because it was just 2 years on from school. So I've never paid anything for my design education. Um, and I think when I went for jobs and to be interviewed and stuff, I think it was my performance in the interview, my portfolio, and everything that I think really kind of, if I'm honest, really carried through that interview because I was able to. I think even back then, like when I got the job at Clark's, that was the first big job I got for a big company, 2,000 people head office, and I did interview really well. I was had the head designer, two of the top designers from the studio interviewing me, and I came across confident. I had a big body of work that I could present, and then there was another bit where I had to go in and do a test, and I think the test was working in InDesign, taking a piece of artwork and translating it into a different language. And the test was about 45 minutes, and I did it in like 15 or something ridiculous. And when I kind of finished, the guy was like, "Oh, you finished already?" I was like, "Yeah." So I think at that point, I was kind of like, "Oh, wow, okay, this has gone really well." His reaction, his surprise reaction, kind of gave me a little bit of a heads up. But yeah, my it was my college 2 year degree. That was the only thing I had. Got distracted and forgot about the stream. That's no good, Pops. Come on. Come on, Poppy. Step up. You get uni free as well. Wow. Oh my goodness. Poppy-tastic. Oh, okay. So you do have free uni, but you have to really compete and present yourself to get in, and you kind of are awarded a place based on the merit. Is that right? Looking great, Dan. Hey, thank you, Mike. Good to see you, man. I'll see you tomorrow, actually. Me and Poppy are doing an escape room with Mike and Neil tomorrow, which is going to be fun. Mike, are we doing the pirate themed one? Is it pirate themed or something? I've never done an escape room before, so I'm looking forward to it. Billy, yeah, my loan is higher now than it was when I finished uni because of the interest on it. Ah, man. Basically becomes a tax when you earn over a certain amount and gets written off after a certain period. Oh my god, I didn't know that. I was made redundant after working for 27 years. Oh my goodness. Oh, dude, that sucks. What are you doing now, if you don't mind me asking? Blackbeard's treasure. I know, I can't wait. Oh yeah, Poppy. Yeah, Poppy's doing Tai Chi tonight as well. Okay. Rianne, can I ask a question? Have you enrolled already in the master's degree? Just out of curiosity. Escape rooms are so fun, are they? I've never done one. I think I was going to do one before, and then I think I was ill. And so my mum went instead with the guys. But. Ah, okay. No worries, I was just thinking aloud. I mean, I think it's cool. I think the fact you're doing the masters as well, and we've now got this community that we're here. So as you're doing your masters, we're all here as well. We can bounce ideas around and stuff. I think, yeah, I think it's going to be fun. We have an island-wide exam called Advanced Level, and we can get in based on the score. All right, okay. Oh, you got a redundancy package. Okay, that's good. There's something. Were you going to offer me a job? I got ideas. I got ideas swirling around. I didn't realize that it was so much. But like I said, if you do have a link, Rianne, to the curriculum, or if anyone has a link to the university curriculum that does come with a rather large price tag, I would love to actually look at it. Because it's definitely something I have. I'm working on a lot of courses at the minute, and I'm getting out my Photoshop course and some other ones soon. But it's something I've definitely considered is offering some kind of, I don't know, some kind of like real one-to-one mentorship for like a period of time where I can work very closely with someone and just try and develop their skills at like a hyper speed. But obviously the caveat is that I couldn't offer a real recognized qualification, but I could teach someone a heck of a lot in a short amount of time if I were to dedicate a chunk of my time to really working with that person on a one-to-one basis. So I've been thinking about it. Yeah. Yeah. You just pass everything back to me and I get a free masters. I like that. It's a good idea. I've been taking a lot of courses to fill in the gaps for me. The future has a lot of good ones, but I truly miss school. I would be a student forever if I could. What is it that you miss about school, Moosh? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Something like that. Someone's asked me about that before as well. If I did something like that, and I don't at the moment. But I think because I'm lately I've been freeing up a lot of my time and other commitments so I can focus more on streaming, working with other designers and doing like coaching, being in the community, and then still doing like streams, YouTube courses, that kind of thing. So really sort of doubling down on the education thing, but from a time point of view as well. It's very easy when you're a content creator to get on that treadmill of just churning out loads of content. Um, and there's all sorts of commitments and things that come with that. But I think the thing that I really kind of wake up for in the morning is to teach people and work with people, which is why I love the community and I love these streams so much. Is because talking to a camera is great, but actually connecting with people and having a meaningful impact is more rewarding for me personally. So if I were to able to actually work with people closely and help them progress at like hyper speed, that would be, I think I would find that super rewarding. We will need both your brain power and a keen eye for it. Just as long as there's no running around and bending, Mike. I did legs on Tuesday and I can barely walk. I can't even kick at the moment. I can't even do like a teep or anything. I'm suffering 2 days after leg day. Ugh. An evil streak. I miss the guided learning mostly. Finding communities such as this one has helped me with the social aspect because I feel like creators really need each other to bounce ideas off and connect. Yeah, and I think actually that's even more important if you're someone like me actually who perhaps isn't as social or doesn't know as many people. Like I've still got like a few friends and stuff, but I don't actually see like many people these days, like many friends. And one of my closest friends lives in the US. She buggered off to the US, so there's kind of the Atlantic between us now, so I don't get to see her all that often. So yeah, I think it's even more great then if you're someone who is more introverted and doesn't have people to bounce ideas off, that you do have that sort of community somewhere where you can go with, like-minded people. I think we're very tribal creatures, aren't we, human beings? It's nice to have a little tribe. I still learn all of the time, but knowing that I'm going to the correct direction rather than guessing would be helpful. Yes, there's a lot of this is the way that I kind of oh, hang on, let me get a bigger artboard. I'm going to attempt to draw something now. This is the way that I like to think about courses. And yes, I'm going to segue this into a promo. It's like I started here. This is, actually, no, let's do a little bit. This is me. This is Dan at 16, 17 years old. And this is Dan now. Hang on, yeah, there we go. Give him some muscles. Got those big, thick legs. There we go. Bulging. Oh, hang on. No, let's not do that. That's meant to be leg muscles. Let's put me in a dress as well. Why not? There we go. Geometric dress Dan with his ginger hair. Anyway, the point of all this was... sorry, Raquel. Demonetized. Ha! The whole point of this is that this is the path that I took to learning. So I would do loads and loads of free tutorials, and I would learn all these crazy things. And I've done this for years. I've probably watched thousands of videos, read God knows how many articles. This is my learning process. This is like times a million. And that's got me to where I am. Okay, so that's the learning process, just doing tutorials. Whereas if you enroll in a course, and you probably know where this is going, you literally can learn all the stuff in like a structured way. And it goes from beginner to intermediate to more advanced stuff. And you just progress in a way that actually makes sense. So you gradually build your skills, you learn the tools, you learn how to combine them. And it is just a more... I mean, look at the amount of lines here. It's just a shorter time frame. You just learn more efficiently. So if you do want to learn something like Illustrator, there we go, here's the segue. Then this is my Illustrator course. So if you want to learn and just bring yourself up to speed with Illustrator, which is just the must-know Adobe app for anyone who wants to be a graphic designer or a logo designer or an icon designer, Illustrator is the one to learn because you can just use it to do basically everything. It's just a bloody great app. Really, really good. The dress doesn't fit you. No, it's a bit short, isn't it? So that's my course. Check it out if you're interested. And there's a link to sign up to my mailing list where you get 15% off as well, if that sounds good. But yeah, that's kind of how I think about learning. So whether you take my course or another course or whatever, some sort of structured learning is good because you just learn stuff. You learn it quickly and you like I said earlier, you learn from someone else's mistakes rather than kind of making them all yourself and wasting years and years in the process. Anyway, oh, this music is bloody awful. House for dubstep, not trash. My goodness. Ooh, bit of Skrillex. Oh, that's been a while. I've not heard Skrillex for a long time. Let's give this a go. And we'll get started with some logo design. I'm just going to check in on the poll quickly. I want to have a look. Oh my god. Oh, it's going to be so tense. Ah, man, so much pressure. Yes, I agree. Probably time I stopped lurking in your videos and interacted. Tony, welcome. How long have you been lurking? Tony, are you there on like every stream? Because it's the first time I've seen you comment. Oh, you've sent me a link to the uni course. Okay, thank you. I will definitely check that out. Oh, nice. An international and European group of designers to bounce off each other. It was a lot of fun. Ha, that's cool. You learn a lot when you work with other designers as well, I think. Everyone's got their own way of doing things, so you might learn a different way of doing the same thing that is more efficient. Or I worked for international businesses when I did in-house design, and it would have been nice to have international designers to talk with. Looks like me after our workout this morning. Yeah, you were strong, Pops. You were strong. Props. I might be, yes. Just trying to learn logo and brand design. Nice, cool. Those biceps are strange. They are a bit, aren't they? Right, let's get started on this logo. That's enough of me waffling on about whatever I was talking about. Okay, Inspired Life. Great content showing passion for architecture. Right. So I need to get some ideas for architecture. Right, let's do a little bit of a brainstorm. Let's make a bubble. Ooh, I got an idea actually. You'll like this. If you've not seen this technique before, I'm sure the regulars have seen this, but if you haven't, you'll love this trick. So text, get rid of the fill. We're going to add in a fill of our own. So we'll go with black. We're going to then add in a stroke. We'll drag that underneath. And we'll make it, just for now, we'll make it orange. There we go. Now that's applied to the text, but if we go to effects, convert to a shape and go for... Oh, I was going to go ellipse, but let's go rounded rectangle. We can add that there, add a bit of padding on the side. And now I can type and it will change size. So let's undo that. So we've got architecture. Right, let's get some ideas bouncing off architecture. So we've got bridges, and please feel free to fire those in the chat if you've got any others. What do we got? Statues. Architecture, architecture, architecture. What other words come to mind? Mate, you're Irish, just admit it. I'm Irish, am I? We could do a bit of Irish if you like that. I'm not Irish, but I am a fucking ginger. What other words? Right, bridges, statues. T-ruler. What's that? Have I misread that? Okay. Yeah, how do you pronounce that? Facade? Blueprint. Nice. Is that... I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. I'm pretty sure it's not facade. Blueprint. I like that idea. Not blurprint. Come on, Dan. Yeah, and I kind of like... I think doing something with like similar to Jason's style, but mixed with my clean geometric style. It could be part technical, part his style. So it's kind of a hybrid of both mine and Jason's style with a splash of pink, which would be really cool. Nice. Ruler, perspective. Beautiful. Ruler. I'll put ruler slash dimensions, like measurements. Earth is a buttress? Buttress? Okay. Did not know what that was. Oh, I learn something every day. Photography. Yes, good point. And that kind of leans into what Jason does as well. Right, let's just draw some lines. So it's going to look terrible. There we go. Just some nice quick lines. Lovely. Very good. Oh, you made roads with it for maps. Ha! Yeah, it's very useful. Oh, yeah, we didn't even get sketching on there. Oh, goodness me. Sketch. Right, I think that's enough. That's enough for me to work with. Okay. And what I will probably do maybe later on is kind of go through and get some images associated with this. So some architecture, bridges, statues, blah blah. And that will be really helpful in kind of generating some ideas. But I kind of want to just, I like to throw myself in head first. The Inspired Life. Now, I don't know how to do this. I have a personal thing, right? And I don't like the word ink in caps. And there's not like a thing against Jason's name or anything. I don't even like this. Having a capital mid-word. I hate it. I spell YouTube like that normally. So if you see me spelling YouTube like that, it's intentional. I don't like that. It's a personal thing. So I don't know if there's a way that, I mean, maybe Jason would be open to that, or maybe I do it in caps to kind of get around that. I'm not sure. So I'm just going to kind of play around with some layout stuff very loosely. I think, yeah, no crazy descenders or anything. So there's this could be quite easy to kind of make a nice looking lockup. We could pop that over there. Maybe bring it in a bit. There's quite a lot we could do with this. Let's just smash it all to the left. I wonder what it looks like if I can persuade Jason to go with that. Oh, could I nestle that in there? Could I do it? Oh, I mean, I do love that. We'll see. We'll see. I'll see if I can work on him. Maybe he's open to switching it up a little bit. What would it look like if it was cap ink? Come on, Dan. Oh, I can't spell. I can't spell today. Yeah, a bit different. Goodness me, right. Where do we start? Where do we start? Architecture. Oh, this music is utterly awful. Oh, Miro. Yeah, I've heard of it. I haven't used it before. I've got 2 blueprints. Of course I have. Is that meant to be something else? Look, Moose, you know what you're in for with these streams. Well spotted, Moose. Oh, dear. Miro's great. Use it all the time at work and recently to mood board a logo. Nice. My Morrison's delivery arrived. What have I missed? This is looking cool so far. Just getting some real loose ideas together. Yeah, I was just saying that we're probably gonna look at more visuals related to all these and try and grab some and put them in a document. But right now, we've got a bit of time left. I'm gonna just dive head first and see what happens. Sometimes I can pull a logo out of thin air. Dome and spire, nice. Spire, yeah, so shapes. Let's have another look at where was it? I got rid of it now. Yeah, there we go. I think what I would be tempted to do would be to look at a lot of Jason's work and try and identify certain things and lines and commonalities between the different pieces. So from a style point of view, there's definitely some stuff I want to cover. But these are things I definitely want to include. So lines. Both clean and perhaps imperfect as well, kind of like Jason's style. Not imperfect, that's a terrible word, but do you know what I mean? The sketchy, kind of scribbly style. Maybe watercolor. Again, like Jason's style. And then we've got that neon pink accent. I want to get that in there. I've got this idea in my head for a really cool logo that's very, very linear, black and white, with a splash of neon in a neon pink in a watercolor style. That's what's popping into my head right now, and I think it will look really damn cool. Oh. Yeah. So those are the 3 kind of things I really want to get into the logo. So we could do something with the lettering. That would be cool. I wonder if we could stack it. Could we turn that into some sort of structure? Maybe. I don't want to rule it out. Bit different. Bit quirky, but a bit different. We'll keep it in there. Why not? Right, let's get some more architecture. A lot of bridges. So let's look up some pictures of bridges. I can see the word inspired being in a bridge shape. Yeah. Yeah, that would look pretty cool. Yeah, that would look really cool, actually. I think I know what you mean. Very rough, but turn that into some sort of structure. Yeah, he does have a lot of bridges, and bridges have a lot of shapes, which I do like. Yeah. So let's just get some shapes in. We've got circles, semicircle. Yeah, bits and pieces. The ink-inspired life. So TIL. One thing I think one thing I would love to do would be to turn ink-inspired into almost like kind of an illustration, like a technical drawing. And then you could have some splats of pink. Not necessarily like this, but some sort of pink in there somewhere. Or like a watercolor splooshy splash. So rather than kind of having the caps and then not caps in the name, I can highlight the word ink with something else. Yeah, and the word the and life would be a bit more set back. Or you could change that to life. And we'll kind of keep the focus on those two and have the word the tiny. maybe something like that. Shapes. Ink-spired life. I wonder if it's worth getting a spire in there. Ink-spired. Very, very tall structure. The problem is, how's a tall structure going to work in a logo? Oh, this is interesting. Aha, this is interesting. This is a good perspective. Check this out. So we've got these illustrations of a spire, these kind of diagrams, but we've also got them from the top. They look pretty cool from the top. I could see that working. That's a really good perspective to think of, actually. Which is what someone put on the... Someone suggested for the brainstorm. Was perspective. So maybe, yeah, thinking of bridges and things from other perspectives, like the top, would be kind of cool. And as you can see here, they've kind of, on this simplified diagram, they've used this to kind of highlight where the light's coming from and where the shadows are. Those shadows could be the pink that we need to get in there. Yeah, that's interesting. Let's go top-down architecture. Above. Let's go architecture bird's eye view. Bird's eye view. I wonder how many sketch on their iPads before going to Illustrator. Oh, there's no need for me because I've got I'm working with a stylus, so I can kind of sketch and do things. Yeah, I've never really been much of a sketcher. If I want to sketch, I'll do it in Photoshop. But because this design, I think if I need watercolor, I might take it into Photoshop, but I want to try and keep it in Illustrator if I can. Just so I've got everything as a vector. And a lot of the lines I'm going to be doing are probably going to be clean, straight, perfect circles. So for me, it's easier to just create and cut perfect circles rather than me drawing bad circles, which, as you can see, my drawing's not great. So I may as well just use the shape tools. So I think this kind of particular logo will lend itself quite nicely. Spire is the name, yeah. That's a good point. The first stage is always touch and go until you get that lightning bolt idea, and then you feel that buzz. Yeah, I know, it's good, isn't it? When you get it and you go, yes, this idea's got some legs. I'm going to carry on with this. Oh, you just set the butterflies free. Oh, bye bye butterflies. The boys have been looking after and raising some butterflies at home, from caterpillars to what are they? The chrysalis stage, and then they kind of blossomed into butterflies, and they've flown off. The spire is also like a pencil tip. Yes, Paul, that is exactly what we were just talking about. That is an amazing idea. My goodness. That's it. I think that is the idea. Maybe I'm jumping the gun. I think that is it. Which also doubles up as an eye. The pencil tip could be the dot on the eye. Maybe. Don't know. That is it. That is definitely it. That is a great idea. Oh, that is just genius. Yes, I love it. And we can have a little pink squiggle or something. We just don't want it to be too tall. Yeah, and if I did tilt it like this, I might keep it at this kind of angle, because I think Jason is a lefty when it comes to drawing. So this would kind of be like a subtle nod to him being left-handed as well, which would be quite cool. Slightly different line weight, maybe, to make it a bit more visually interesting. And I don't think I'd go for black either. I think I'd probably go for grey. When you're sketching, you do oftentimes get like a grey from the tip of the pencil. So I don't know, yeah. We're just throwing down loose ideas. I'm sure off camera more ideas will start flowing. We could do a splat of... Oh, hang on, it's a intertwined group now, isn't it? Huh. Release. There we go. Could we do a splat? What can we do with this? Something like that. Or we could have it dripping down the pencil, which would be kind of cool. There we go. We'll call it a day. Just kidding. So the I and the D are the largest. Oh, I know. Yeah, sorry, you were talking about this, weren't you? I know, I picked the wrong thing. This, where was it? Nope, other way around. Yeah, there you go. There you go. I gotcha. I mean, if I had a tall condensed font as well, that'd be even better. Tighten up that tracking. Ah. Yeah, that a bit more like it, with the I and the D the biggest either side. I mean, we could take that to the extreme. We could really... that would be interesting. Okay, how else could we do the pencil and the spire? I don't want to just do a pencil. I want it to be a spire of sorts. Let's connect these up. I mean, if anyone does want to sketch anything out and message me in the community or post it in the chat, honestly, you go for it. I'm never going to turn down some good ideas. Spire from the top also feels like a color chart. That is a very good observation. Yes, I like it. Huh. Thing with the spire is, yeah, the top might be a better way to go, because if I do like a proper spire, it's going to end up really, really, really tall. But I like the way the lighting's represented here with kind of dashed lines, sorry, little lines and then the solid. That's kind of cool. So maybe with that. So it's like a pencil and a spire. I kind of like that. That's cool. It's missing one more at the top, isn't it? There we go. There we go. And maybe these lines could be a bit thinner. No, that's good actually. You think go Topsic here? Yeah, it was really cool seeing them turn into butterflies. The only problem was the cats kept kind of getting up and trying to swipe at them, and it was like, no, get away, kitty. Could add a spire either end of the arched design. Yeah, the thing with a bridge as well in that arch shape is it would work quite nicely in a horizontal format. Or turn the I and the D into a spire as you get bridges with fancy. Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, I think the problem with that would be the I and the D are different shapes. They occupy different amounts of space. The I being very thin, the D being wider. So it's gonna mess up the symmetry. It's never gonna work, I don't think, because this whole design, the bridge would work with symmetry, at least in my head. So the I and the D just wouldn't balance it. If you had a character the same width as a D, maybe. I mean, I don't know. Let's try something. Right, what do we got? We got ink. Let's blast the tracking out. Ooh. We could turn this into a bridge. And you've got the same sort of width between the S and the D, so it kind of works. That doesn't really work. Maybe, I don't know. I'd have to increase the bridginess, make it more bridge-like. It's a lot more distorted now, which isn't ideal. I do like this idea. I really do like that idea. And it's the kind of thing that you could What are you doing, Dan? Where are you going with this? What are you doing? And if you are wondering how I'm just kind of doing this and working so quickly and throwing things around here and everywhere, it's just a knowledge of the tools. And there's a lot of stuff I teach in my course that is very kind of tool centric, because once you learn the tools and you learn them thoroughly inside and out, if you have an idea, you just go, oh yeah, I need that tool, I use that to do that, and you know how to combine them together. A big part of Illustrator in terms of challenge is problem solving. Also like a little house with a knobbly bit. A big part is problem solving, and it's like, oh, I need to create this result. Okay, how do I do that? Like this, for example. I'm trying to create something. How am I going to do it? Well, I'm going to use probably the live paint bucket, I think. Or just... It's transparent at the minute, so I need to make it white so it stands out against the pink. Now it's a live paint group, so I'm going to expand it so I can carry on working with it. So the more thoroughly you know the tools, the more... Like, I know the tools and the software don't necessarily make you a designer on their own, but it really helps just to be able to just create whatever you can imagine. No, you need to be an angle. Yeah, that would be... Oh, that would be cool. Oh, that would be cool. Oh, right. Hang on. What if... Not necessarily this execution, but... How am I going to do this? Yeah, something like that. Like a subtle... I don't know what this was. Some sort of weird shape. A subtle integration. Like something looping round the spire in some way. I mean... Another way you could look at that is you've got the I and the S, ink, and then spire. That could be quite cool. So it could be an IS and stand on its own as kind of a mark with those two letters. That could work. Hey, Heather. I don't believe I've seen you before. If you're new here, welcome. Hey, Franca, how you doing, man? I made it to a live. Yes. Oh, Phil, I've not seen you for a while either. How you doing? Phil K. What on the headphones? What on the headphones to make you convulse like that? Avenged Sevenfold. Heavy metal. Yes, everything must be symmetrical. It's borderline an unhealthy obsession. Yes. Hey, Delia. Yeah, I do like that as an idea. I love the pencil spire thing. I could even make that more pencil-like. Let's try. Yeah, that could work. A bit more pencil-esque. Oh, yeah. Yeah, life does get busy sometimes, doesn't it? It's just one of those things. I'm glad to hear you're doing good, man. I'm new. I work for an IT company and I'm their only graphic designer. Nice. It's all self-learning and I found your channel in the pursuit of wanting to better my skills. Nice to meet you. Hey, welcome. Heather, if you would like to join our community and anyone else who Phil, maybe you'd like to join as well. Tony, maybe you want to join. Franco, we have a community where basically it's like this chat but off stream. So whenever there isn't a stream, we can just chat, hang out. Competitions are done through the community, all that stuff. And yeah, I'll post a link. So if anyone wants to join the community and just kind of chat. Already joined. Excellent. Yeah, there's a link to join the community. We basically just hang out and chat, and it's I'm usually lurking most days. So no, I don't have a Discord. It's basically this is the equivalent essentially. So it's just a free community to join. Yeah, I mean, I know there's like Facebook groups and Discord servers, but to be honest, I kind of wanted one through my own platform, just because it's got a lot of functionality that's very useful, but also like it's my community, you know. Facebook can't just. I've had bad experiences with Facebook. They've just like banned my account before multiple times with no recourse, no reason or anything. So if I had a Facebook group and they just delete my account because they feel like it one day, that's not going to work for me. So with Kajabi, the course platform I use, I pay a lot a month for the subscription, so they can't just shut me down because they feel like it. That's why I wanted to kind of do it through my own platform. Oh yeah, let me just. So if you just joined and you want to see what we're working to, I'll quickly go through the brief, and feel free to pause the stream, have a proper run through. So there's 1 to 6, and then we got 7 to 13. Yeah. So it's for someone who does, who's a member of the course, and he does architectural drawings with a kind of watercolor painting style twist. Really, really cool style. And I like this idea, but it doesn't have that same, it's not really got his style in there. So that's probably what I'd want to explore a bit more. I wonder if we could use a roughen to, let's have a look. Oh no, not that. That's a bit too rough. Just use that effect to... Oh, I'm not sure about that. Yeah. It could work. It could work. Gives like a more sort of drawn effect. I think I probably need to make the lines a bit thinner. Zuckerberg nonsense. Indeed. Indeed. If you had a Facebook group, you've over 50. I'm not quite 50 yet. Yes, good point. Brush instead of a pen. I think so, yeah. Let's get some brushes out. What do we got? All right, brushes. Oh, let's dig the brush library out. If you didn't know, I was years and years into my career before I knew you could do this, and when I found out, my mind was blown. Illustrator has a brush library. And please, if you didn't know this, please do let me know in the chat, because it's always nice kind of being able to show people this and blow their minds. Oh man, yeah, I didn't know this for a long time. So you got the defaults, but you can load in libraries. You can, if you've got a subscription to like Envato Elements, you can download brushes there, and you can kind of brush in something like that. I think there is a watercolor set that I probably went past. Where was it? There you are. I don't know how this will look actually. And I don't think I would just use one of these brushes. Like, I wouldn't take that and use that in the final design. I would redraw all the lines. I'd get all the lines perfect, but I don't know. Could be a good idea. Or we could add a gradient to it. So the line... Oh no, brushes are a bit weird, aren't they? Yeah, brushes go a bit funny when you draw with the brush tool rather than the pencil tool. So we could fade it out in that way. Yeah, what about that top idea? We don't want to just copy that though. But we'll start with, find the center and we can just draw those lines out. Oops. No, we're good. Yeah, that is kind of cool. We've nearly got the umbrella logo from Resident Evil. Yeah, so I like this style as well. I don't want to copy that, so maybe I could look up spires. That would be something I'll probably do later. Just look up just different spires and then try and imagine how they would look from the top. Yeah, a lot of them do seem to have those 4 corner points. Oh wow, yeah, it has been 2 hours. Huh, I totally forgot what time it was. Oh wait, I think Poppy's got Tai Chi at 6. So I got a little bit of time. We're good. Gensai style. Oh, I'll have to look that up. Oh, excellent, Heather. The brush trick, yeah? Hey, Rajiv. I'm very well, thank you. How are you doing? Time for another brew. Yeah, I need a drink as well. I need a drink. Try not to knock this into the laptop keyboard. Ha! Combining East and West. Elaborate, Franco. What do you mean by that? Oh, look it up. Sumi E. Hang on. Let me just copy and paste that. Is that what they do? Combine East and West? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. It's a bit different to Jason's style. I think that's going to be the trick, actually, is combining the architectural side of things with the... Like, I really want the design to reflect Jason's style. So, a lot of spires do actually look like this. And for anyone wondering, I'm copying and pasting and using the arrow keys on the mouse. No. The arrow keys on the mouse. What am I saying? The arrow keys on my keyboard. Just because I know that they all move into the same place then. Whereas if I drag them, they could end up going out of line. Go away, Illustrator. Yeah, kind of cool shape. What about that shape? We'll do a path offset and we can make a copy of it, but larger. I wonder if we could connect around. So it's kind of like the outside is like a sort of spiraling up. Kind of mix it up. Maybe. I don't know. That might be a bit mental. We could use width to create a bit of differentiation between the different layers, maybe. Although they don't line up now, which is annoying. So let's round off those corners. Maybe on the outside one then. I mean, I love it. It looks cool. Whether it's good, I don't know. We could do something else with that. Did you know? Yeah, that is a good point. A bit of a happy accident, Glenn. It is like a shutter from a camera. What if we get rid of all these in the middle? What are you doing, Dan? Where are you going with this? I mean, yeah, maybe if we could combine the shutter of the camera and the photography, if we could get it all in there, it would be the absolute cherry on top, wouldn't it? And something else I was going to try was just adding some corners as well. Oh, not like that. Okay, let's just lock all that. This is the reflect tool I'm using if anyone's interested. Yeah, just another way of framing it. I suppose you could not do that. Let's unlock it. You could rotate it all to have it a bit more on an angle. Yeah, some interesting ideas. The English in use, so it's James Bond intro. Yeah, hard architecture, but like a soft style. Yeah, with the watercolors and the sort of drawing. It's not too technically precise, like a technical drawing. It's very kind of artistic. I'm going to start calling that coffee from now on a bruise. A bruise smith? Is that not a thing? It should be if it isn't. I love it. Yeah, exactly. Splashes of color as well. That's what I want to go for. I want to get either color or the neon pink. Maybe a few different colors. Jason uses yellow, and I think he's got that in some of his, maybe in a bit of his branding, but he uses it in his work. I'd love yellow, pink, and like a dark grey as the color combination. So I don't think it'll be black in the end. The logo, I think, will be like a dark grey. So I'd love something like maybe with a hint of purple. Maybe something like that. And then if I were to pick a couple of supporting accent colours, be looking at something like this. kind of like a nod to a lot of what he does. That would be like a really nice palette. If I can get that into the design, I'd love that. And it would have like a clear visual identity as well. Or we could just splash a watercolor rainbow in. Yeah, it's a great name. Bruce Smiths. Doesn't roll as nicely. Bruce Smiths. Bruce Smith doesn't roll as nicely as I like, but the Bruce. No, I can't say Bruce Smiths. The Bruce Smith. Bruce Smith. Bruce Smiths. Bruce Smith. I feel like singular works better than plural, but I don't know. Yeah, so there is a brief. We've gone over it a bit earlier, but it's essentially for someone who's a member of the course, Jason, and he is an architectural artist, I guess you could say. He draws architecture. He's got a very clear style. And let me just show you quickly. This is Jason's style. So I'm trying to capture his... Oh, look at that yellow. Oh, his use of yellows and oranges is just mwah, chef kiss. I'm trying to capture his style in a logo. So I think, I mean, it might even be a case of, I want to try and, like, my style's quite clean. Like, this is not my style at all. So I'm either going to try and marry our two styles together and use some clean lines with bits of color like his drawings, or I'm going to draw it and come up with a design that's clean, and then I'm going to recreate it and sketch it in his style. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But right now, this is, I mean, you know, the last logo we did was a lot of hours at home and something like 4 or 5 streams. So we'll see. I feel like this one won't take as many streams because, yeah, I feel like there's more to work with on this one in the sense of we're working with architecture and there's lots of shapes in architecture. So it, I mean, some of these ideas already are starting to come together. They're pretty cool. Like, I love the pencil idea from Paul. That was this one here. So there was this kind of drawing I found online representing the lighting with kind of linear lines and solid fills, and then Paul had the idea of making the spire into a pencil, which is just absolutely banging. Oh, I missed the beginning of the live. So what I've done, Delia, is I've shortlisted 3 finalists, and they are Rianne, Moosh, and Dilshan, and you can vote in the community. So if you want to vote, you like the palette, Rajiv? Nice. If you want to vote for your favorite, join the community. There's a poll, and it's open for 24 hours. So you've got up till 3 o'clock tomorrow, UK time, and then there will be a winner for the competition. But I've shortlisted my favorite 3, and you guys get to pick the winner now. What about a ruler morphing into a brush tip? I to S. The I is a mark on the ruler and the S being painted by the brush. Interesting. Okay, let me see if I understood that correctly. Right, let me read that again. A ruler morphing into a brush tip. Okay, so... So... Oh no, not like that. Then that line there. Becomes a brush tip, maybe? Yeah, I suppose. I could make it work. Brush tip. Yeah, maybe. I mean, actually, I could turn that into a structure and it would double up as an eye. Oh my god, what's going on? For some reason, when I have my pen display hooked up, I have to press my like shift key really hard for it to register anything. I don't know why. That could be a letter I. Just saying, that's an I there. Inspired, ruler, brush tip, kind of like a structure. Oh, hey, yeah. Okay, yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah, a brush as the eye would be pretty cool. Kind of like the brush tool, really. To do something like that, and then yeah, I wouldn't rule it out. I wouldn't rule it out. The eye becoming like a brush, maybe. I think to do that, the logo would probably the sort of inspired lettering would need to be something, do something interesting. I mean, there is one idea I like that I think I kind of alluded to this earlier, would be to have this, but like a bit more. This is probably a bit too technical, but it'd be kind of like, do you know what I mean? Something like this, all the different lines shooting up there, down there, one up there, one down there, and then you could have because it looks a bit more drawn, and then you could have the pink in there somewhere, somehow. I'm not entirely sure how, but I'm liking these ideas. This is good. This is a bit quicker off the starting line than the last one. Sometimes it kind of take a go. Rajiv, so to vote, you've got to sign up to the community. Once you get into the community, it's on the left-hand side. There should be like a little orange circle that says vote. And then at the top of that, there's a poll. So if I just go into it, yeah. So at the top, you've got the designs and you've got the poll. But you have to click on each of the posts. I've pinned them both to the top, but because they're both pinned, they're side by side, so you only see the first two entries and you only see the first logo. So if you click on each of those posts, you'll be able to see all of the designs in all their glory and all of the different finalists listed as well. So there's 3 in total. But yeah, like I say, if you've got any feedback or ideas on how this whole competition could be done better, just let me know. I know I've not forgotten you've got Tai Chi Poppy, but we're getting into like a flow now, so you're just gonna have to wait, love. Dad duties are calling. They are not. Have you mastered your chi? Nice, and the I and the S in the key colors. Yeah, I could do. Because there was an emphasis with the logo. This is how I keep wanting to say Ian. His name's Jason. Come on, Dan. This is how Jason normally presents the word. It's like this. And I don't like the capitalization mid sentence word, mid word. So I'm gonna have a chat with Jason. This might be what he wants to go with, and I've got to work with that, but maybe I could persuade him to, or I could do it in all caps and it kind of gets around that problem. And I could bring the ink or the I and the S out in different ways, yeah. So it could be that the word ink gets brought out in the pink, and that's how we differentiated the two words. Not quite. It's more of a dance. Yeah, Tai Chi is more like about breathing and flow and stuff, apparently. Oh, no. Hey, oh, it's been a pleasure, Raquel. Oh, an old mum and an old cat are fighting for attention. Oh, hey, catch you later. Catch you later. 105 here. Oh my goodness. Delia, whereabouts are you? 105. What is that in Celsius? That's Fahrenheit, isn't it? It's not Celsius, otherwise you'd be 105 Celsius would be cooked. You got AC. Okay, you're good. You're good. Cat fight. You got it? Alright, nice. Cats want attention. Yeah, when I'm up, cats just plonk themselves on my computer. Yeah, no, not Celsius. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Oh, nice. Wow. I need to see what that is though in Celsius. Hang on. 105 Fahrenheit into Celsius. What is that? 40? Oh my goodness. This ginger would not survive. Ha! Yeah, I'm with you there, Delia. Back inside with the AC. If I was you, I'd just climb in the fridge. Please hold up cat. Look, if I was at home, I would grab the kitty cat and I would hold him up. Yeah. Maybe he'll join us for the private streaming of the old videos. That'd be cute. Yeah, I'll go for a swim. It'd be lovely. Oh god, so many ideas here. Yeah, and I think this was so helpful. This kind of inspiring this design here. I think a big part of this will be expanding on both of these with visuals. So I'll probably plaster this artboard with visuals of architecture, spires, blueprints. That's going to really help inspire this, I think. And I love this consideration of the top-down perspective. For anyone who missed it earlier, this was kind of where we started. But then I saw this and it has the top-down view. So rather than having like a really tall logo mark, we could condense it into like something a bit more practical and smaller by playing around with the perspective. Yeah, so just getting a bit more of, just trying a version with more of Jason's kind of line style. Actually, I'd say it's probably more zigzag than that. This is probably more... What about the outside? Not sure. Let's just zigzag everything. Why not? Yeah, I don't know. What did I do on the community? on, I'm scrolling back up. What have I done? Oh, Rajiv, honestly, like I said earlier, like it was tough. I got it down to like 6 or 7 finalists, and even that was like hard. And then to pick 3 was just awful because there's so many good ideas. And we're going to go through them all next week. We'll do like an extra long stream, I think, and just go. We'll get through as many of the entries as possible, and I'll give you my completely unfiltered thoughts. And yeah, it'll be fun. Oh yeah, Spirograph. No, I had that. I had one of those. I got it for birthday or Christmas when I was, how old was I? 9, 8 or 9. I got a Spirograph for Christmas. I found it before Christmas as well, so I knew I was getting it. Naughty, naughty Dan. Spirograph, yeah. I wonder. Would that be relevant to this? I don't know if it's really. No, it's not really the same sort of thing. Okay, there's a couple of examples that could be relevant. Yeah, Spirograph's quite different. I'm just trying to find some that could be remotely relevant to what I'm doing here. Like I've just found this, hang on, I think it's a YouTube video actually, so probably a tutorial. Let me just stick this in here. This, maybe not the other two, but this one caught my eye. That inside maybe the octagon that I had down the bottom. That, because you see the way it's got all these lines, that linear style, that is basically what I got going on here. So we could have in an octagon or a hexagon and have one kind of completely black and shadowed, one, so I could represent the lighting with the black, the lines, and then the white. That could be kind of cool. So I'll stick that one over there as a maybe idea. No, I looked up Da Vinci's book and some of his drawings, but I think, yeah, that's another thing Jason mentioned that he really likes. So I'll need to definitely look up some actual photos of architecture and dump them into this document, I think. Yeah, I can definitely see how, I mean, yeah, I can definitely see how Paul's style is inspired by that. Oh, this is, yeah, this is cool. This is cool. Hang on, let me just post this in. So I've not looked at what this is. I'm just literally searching Google Images right now. So I think this is kind of the style, which is much more similar to Paul's. Paul? What am I talking about? Jason. Come on, Dan. And yeah, you can see here how they've taken something like a sketch and then they've simplified it into something more clean and minimal. Maybe that's where the fusion between Jason's style and my logo design style could meet somewhere and be like a fusion of both our styles and meet in the middle. Maybe. Yeah, I definitely need to bring some of Jason's work in here as well and just flood this corner of the artboard with visuals. I think if I stare with those visuals long enough over a cup of tea, some more inspiration will strike. Are you looking more in the community or the YouTube chat? I'm just looking at the YouTube chat at the moment. What's happening in the community? I'll be in the community after the stream. That's where I normally kind of am. Oh, I see what you meant, Rianne. Like, yeah, like the other way. The other way up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice. Oh my goodness. What is that? What is that post that Raquel's put? It's like a load of code. Huh. Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. Oh, I see, Franco. Yeah. From an I to an S on the ruler. Yeah, on the ruler, I wonder if those ruler marks, whether you could have the N and the K with the letters connect as well. You could probably do that, you know. I don't know how it would work or not, but like, let me just look at your. I'm just looking at your design. So you got the. Oops, shite! I've got to go in a minute. Huh. Yeah, so we could do the N. It's obviously awful. And then the K could be something like that. I think my Illustrator's fluffing up. It's not selecting anchor points. Yeah, Illustrator's broken on me. But yeah, those would be the ruler, the marks along the ruler somehow. Architecture was a huge thing back then. Yeah. I definitely need to research it more. Like, I'm diving into this head first, which is fun. I love it. But I think, yeah, maybe take a break, research it, get some images in, have a think, and then the next time we pick this up on the stream, we'll see where it's got to. Exactly. Classic Brit. I love my tea now. I've been mostly off caffeine now for nearly 2 months. Yes, I have saved. I've got Command or Control S, chronic syndrome. I'm always pressing it. Don't worry, Poppy. I am leaving in a minute. But what was I saying? I've got no idea. Yeah, we'll play around with this some more. I'm sure off camera some more ideas will flow as well. But yeah, so just to wrap up, there is the community where you can join, chat, chill after the stream this evening, tomorrow, over the weekend, whenever you like, share ideas, get inspiration, and of course vote. You've got until 3 o'clock UK time tomorrow to vote for your favorite. So that's, how many hours is that? 21 and a half hours, if I can do math. Yeah. Poppy's looking at this like, why are you still live, Dan? You need to be home soon. Oh, hey, these streams, they always run on a bit longer. Yeah, she's going to beat me up. She's going to Tai Chi me when I get home. But it's all right because I do Muay Thai. So don't worry, guys. I'll look after myself. I can do 20 minutes. I can be back in 20 minutes. So if you've enjoyed this stream and you've enjoyed kind of watching me come up with ideas and what have you, and you'd like to check out my Illustrator course, that is the app I'm using right now. Here's my full course, which will basically teach you pretty much most of what I've learned in the last 17 years. It will take you from a complete beginner through to an advanced user. And even if you've used it for years, there's so many things in this course that will just plug those gaps in your knowledge. There's things in there that I didn't learn till I was like 10 years plus in my career. And I know it's obviously my own course, but I do recommend it because you get access to the members only area in the community and you get support from me. So 20 minutes to down is 40 minutes. Yeah, it is. Anyway, so there's a link to the course if you want to check it out. And if you sign up here as well, you get 15% off. And yeah, I think that'll do it for today. So yeah, once again, thank you everyone for entering the competition. The entries have been amazing. We're going to go through them all once we have a winner. And we'll go through them next week and we'll have a chat. We'll have a chat. What are you saying, Poppy? Oh, she's going to give me shit now. Yeah, I do take a long time. Gosh, she's proper ripping it into me now, isn't she? Goodness me. No dinner for me tonight. He'll be late to his own funeral. Yeah, I definitely would. No, actually, no. To be real, that's the one thing I would turn up too early. I would definitely arrive early to my own funeral. Like, if I was late, that wouldn't be my fault, to be fair. Kind of, beyond my control. Anyway, I'm going to go. Guys, you've been amazing. I've had a ton of fun. Hopefully you've enjoyed this too. And yeah, we'll catch up later in the community. So, yeah, love doing this. Cool. Have an awesome week, guys. Catch you later. Boosh!